them.
I really love these MVP lanes. I feel like they should be super strong through the first 6 to 8 minutes here. Centaur, not strong in the lane. He's playing footsies, but they're not going anywhere near this.
They're hoping for vision. Centaur actually rotating down as well. We'll have to see if they look to change their lanes.
I think even 4v5 MVP can't fight this unless someone gets caught really out of position.
They're getting 3 hits off on Febby.
Oh, that's a 4-hero stun. That might be the opportunity. There's the charge the other direction. Febby almost dead. The backstab. Ohio does club him with the axe. He gets the kill, but Nuts looks for the trade. That's a 2-hero raise. How the hell is Fnatic winning this fight? KP trying to do what he can with the Rocket Barrage, just not quite enough, but Nuts is clobbering everyone. Queen of Pain blinking away, but March on the hunt. He gives up on the charge. 2 for 2, but a first blood for actually MVP got it.
Mushi's still in trouble.
And he wanted the bounty rune. He's just gonna run in and feed for that. That was not worth it. Well, MVP actually got the first blood, as it turns out. I thought it went the way of Fnatic.
Confident even gets the rune deny as well.
And now he's getting some harass too. Febby's just spanking Mushi.
QO's running.
And QO's gonna get him. He doesn't even have boots yet. This is an easy takedown with the slave follow-up. Mushi's gonna pop. Well, he gets a free heal, gods, but that's about it.
Oh, you want your bottle for some? He picked up the invis room went missing under an observer ward, and QO not reacting.
Yeah, now he is, but too late.
Reacting to 2 heroes on top of him. That HP, so he can survive this combo.
March is annoyed. He just tried to charge mid. Immediately the net from Johnny comes out, cancels the charge, but they're still fighting in the mid lane, where Kachikemba found the stun, takes down Nuts on the tower dive. Have a 2-hero stun most likely, and at the very least, they lock down the Shadow Fiend and pick him off.
Just great calculated play, too. They have that observer, they see it, but now here comes charge.
Well, March not to beat the turn by 1 stop charge. He goes for the second. That one works. TI5, though, on the rotation, has the Blink Scream ultimate. QO's here with the stun. He whiffs it.
No.
And no mana for the ultimate. TI5 may end up dying to this. The charge not necessary. March ends up committing for it, but he's the tanky one who can survive this. QO quickly moves away as the gyrocopter rotates in. This is where Gyro gets out of hand. A frantic stampede. Kachikemba runs back in, tries to take down QO, and sacrifices himself for nada. A triple freely fed to QO. And all of a sudden, and
he stampedes like, oh, I'm going to go for the Lena, but he's got a full damage rocket barrage on him. He could not hold on. Like, he wasn't running away from the gyrocopter. He was running towards the Lena while standing next to the gyrocopter and just, whew, bottom lane now. March, he's gone in for some kills here. Johnny, the zombie.
It's working. Another decay going out. 1 second. Should have Johnny. Does spend his gold and drops to the decay. Meanwhile, they're diving the tower. Now March rotating as TI5 blinks to the north, looks for the retreat. There's the Nether Strike. Laguna disintegrates him, and that's another pair of kills. Gods, you know, casting Fnatic.
I had the safe lane with support. His rotations have been disastrous. He's had 2 deaths. Well, the first one rotation mid, and then there was the time where after he respawned, he TP'd bottom and died again.
Stun finger onto March. Where's the tombstone? They already used the soul rip. Not very strong here in this particular engagement, but Mushi dies once more, soloed by QO in the mid lane. That's definitely worth it around the map, though. Not ideal.
Disastrous. He's had 2 deaths. Well, the first one rotation mid, and then there was the time where after he respawned, he TP'd bottom and died again.
Stun finger onto March. Where's the tombstone? They already used the soul rip. Not very strong here in this particular engagement, but Mushi dies once more, soloed by QO in the mid lane.
They go for
another charge. March again on the move. Johnny not level 6 yet. He gets hit once. There's the Nether Strike follow-up. Comes through from Nuts, who can drop the tombstone under the tower if he really needs to. He does, committed. And they'll get the Johnny kill again. 4 heroes dogpiling. Meanwhile, QO also on the run as the Yule Scepter continues to sprint his way out of here. And the charge is coming. This could end horribly for Fnatic. Kachika, but doesn't cancel it. Then they look good at Kachika. He doesn't get a single spell up. Bevy's next. The Yule setup on the Shadow Fiend. Where's the follow-up? The 2-hero stone comes out from QO, and he starts laying into them with auto attacks. The Slave as well. March takes through it. Finally, TI5 will bring him down. But this Spirit Breaker of March just keeps on delivering.
Where it is Ketchik is headed that direction, but these wards have already paid for themselves, especially this mid lane one.
Continue to work on this tower mid, and they really want to fight it. No cooldown for a bit. Queen of Pain jumping in with the ultimate. Can't quite finish. QO gets graved. Slave the other way. The last auto attack finishes him again. Like you said, God, it's a disastrous game for TI5. QO will finally fall to the double edge of Ohio. It's a big commitment. Now the cooldown's cooled down. It's a bit of an airball, but they're still hunting onto Mushi. They Nether Strike him back into 4. He falls again,
And
face rush is just ruining Fnatic.
Yeah, Kua could have even lived there if he should have used the center. Even so, a great win for MVP. Just constant fighting with Gyrocop, the Spirit Breaker, Undying also in its
Ohio
prime.
looking for the combo plays. He gets the Blink Stun initiation. They're going to follow up here with the song. Nuts has no tombstone for 10 seconds or so when the song wears off. They grave KP though, and they're going to try to hang on to him a bit longer. They've got one more heal and a weave available. The heal coming out, Soul Rip, as well as the Dazzle heal, but a secondary scream into the trees. TP. No, he's going to turn with the barrage. KYXY says, where's the team?
He's healed again.
Where's the help? He gets nothing, and he ends up dying again while Nuts just rampages around the tier 2. KYXY.
And just not playing their best Dota right now.
Not even close, but this is always the worry with Fnatic. They're not a very consistent team. And now Chikemba on a warding mission. No, that's not happening. MVP will not allow deep wards. Well, why is the lion there by himself?
Yeah. Well, they know who was going to plan it, whether they saw him plan it or not. Pain just works really nicely. That team fight setup from Naga Siren's scary. You've got great burst damage coming out of the line, so things can still work, and they're going to find a preview.
The tombstone is enough to keep March alive. They commit everything. They do get him. Trying to focus the tombstone down. Mushi is. Is there any more backup coming? He correctly identifies there's not. He gets the tombstone, and he keeps on moving forward.
Yeah. Tomb gets denied. Cheeky little play. Make kind of defensive, kind of bait your teammates like they just did there with Mushi. They show him top, they sit behind him, use him as bait, and then they get a team on tower.
Guess who's got the Yule Scepter? The 2-hero stun could come out. No, QO just goes with the immediate Laguna anyway. But it does cost his Undying his life as Ohio squirms into the trees. He's got a blink available 1 second, and he can TP out if he needs to. Oh, stun barely. Looked like it actually hit him, but somehow gets the blink off.
Slightly different item builds from time to time. QO.
There's the charge.
Yeah, it gets
they're all rushing in. March is going to lead the way. They've got a call down available. QO commits. He doesn't get stunned because the charge ends up hitting Ohio when he blinked him. But QO Graves in the final hour. What a sick play from Themi! Saves him. And now they look for Mushi as well. A follow-up save. He still has Aegis, and he's going to survive through all this. KP now surging forward, back up at his side. They get the Yules off stun at the ready. If they chain it right, and they will, it's the death of KYXY. 3 crushed. An MVP, BKB charge, aside from maybe Song, so nobody else can join the fight. But that's really it. He was going deep. He's going to fight KYXY. He doesn't bother with the Yule Scepter. He gets the kill instantly before Ohio can get there. Ohio quick on the draw, but not quite fast enough. And QO has a regen rune. This is Q to go in. Yule Scepter available. Charge on Ohio as well as a missile. That's going to keep him out of this fight for some time while they continue to work on the tower. They drop the tombstone. Now they have a mech available here as well, along with the weave kicking in, so KP can happily tank this. Already 21 armor and rising. Tower dropping. And no glyph available, and Fnatic in danger here of losing Elena Brax, and with that, may well be on their way to only tying the series 1-1. A team in desperate need of a 2-0 sweep, as is MVP, but they're just going to be happy if they can walk away with a point at this stage.
They had vision of Mushi bot the whole time, so they knew this was completely safe to keep on pushing, and I feel like maybe Mushi should have TP'd back earlier just to impose some fear in MVP.
Very well executed. Oh, the smoke back does. They're going in. Maybe. MVP.
I like it.
They find the off the bat. They find Mushi, doesn't have a BKB. A solution for the combo side from the Ohio 4-7, still caught within the Laguna Blade as well as the song. There's the song. Johnny says, let's reset. But what's the follow-up? They have a stun here. Requiem is a timed right. It's a very good Requiem with the Queen of Fatal, but they grave March, the one guy who was very close to dying, and he went in with the ultimate. Burns down Mushi anyway. Ebi. What a magician. This guy has had at least 4 or 5 fight-changing, and at this point, game-winning graves. He goes from the GOAT when he first joined the team. I think, guys, you remember that Enigma game he had with like a total off game. Nobody would give him a break for it, but man, has he really bounced back over the past couple months and made the plays. Him and March really stepping up here. MVP, they take a game. And unfortunately, for the Southeast Asian Dota fans, overall this probably hurts their team's chances of advancing.
It hurts both teams.